Iowa Alum's 8-word confession brings out Paige Bueckers' clutch factor over Caitlin Clark. When both Paige Bueckers and Caitlin Clark step onto the court, they're not just playing, they're rewriting their own narratives. So, with growth not optional but essential, this matchup turns June 27th into more than just another date. After all, both are carrying their franchises on their backs, and both were #1 picks. And everyone will be sitting with their boards, rattling their brain to draw comparisons. Because, as Bueckers said, so as for who's the better player, the answer is anything but straightforward. Caitlin Clark has dominated almost all of the competition that she has played against. Her rookie year turned into a close brush with the MVP trophy, and she earned all WNBA honors as well. However, Bueckers seems a lot more prepared for professional basketball, outdoing the Indiana Fever superstar in almost every criterion when comparing the start of their careers. So, it wasn't enough to ask which player was better. Instead, fans and analysts began asking which narrative resonated more. But honestly, the stakes of this matchup are higher for Bueckers. After months of hyping her up, it will be a real litmus test for the Dallas Star to play against Caitlin Clark. Both stars are the primary ball handlers and will be matching up against each other for the first time in a professional setting. Without a doubt, their meeting will raise and answer a lot of questions that fans have had since their NCAA days. The great thing, though? It won't matter who earns the most votes. It's still a win-win for women's sports as a whole, believe it or not. On the show Goodfellow, show hosts Rose, Logan, and Lucy Roden discuss the matter at hand. Roden had quite a nuanced perspective towards the situation, even though her loyalties will forever lie with Caitlin Clark due to being an Iowa grad. I just think they both do what their expertise is so well. I think Paige is a much better defender than Caitlin is, but Caitlin has the best vision that I've ever seen. It is hard to compare them in a weird sense, she said, putting the Indiana Fever star ahead of the Dallas rookie, if only because of her experience. But one of the statements that she made was quite important. Paige is a much better defender than Caitlin. In terms of stats, this does hold up. The Dallas rookie is currently averaging over 2 steals per game, compared to CC's first 9 games and 1.2 steals as a frame of reference. But the defensive end of the court is definitely not where Clark shines. Her real talent? Assists. But even that is a double-edged sword, as more assists have led to turnovers aplenty. CC is leading the league in both categories, and it seems like sharing the rock is her one and only kryptonite. As for Bueckers' defense, Rose Gold Onwued said it best. Paige is a better defender already, and in potential. Because she's so long, and she'll get deflections, she'll get steals, she'll block a shot. One has the firepower and the other boasts of efficiency. Put them together, and you have one of the best duos to take the court together. Yes, we are all very excited for the All-Star game. Everyone knows the Clark-Bueckers matchup is going to be an event worth watching. We all know the context, and we know how important it is for both parties to prove their mettle. And it seems like everyone else had similar ideas for watching the Wings Fever clash on the 27th. Ticket prices have surged to impossible figures, with the entry costing at a minimum $255, and with courtside seats pushing $1,000. Not only that, the game had to be moved from College Park Center at the University of Texas Arlington to the well-developed American Airlines Center. The reason behind the shift was that the College Park Center did not have the infrastructure to handle enormous crowds. It is obvious that the game is expecting a rather high footfall, considering the people involved. Paige Bueckers is on the way to matching and breaking various records that Caitlin Clark set last year during her rookie season, while CC is out to prove that she can play at the championship level without any major roster overhauls. There's no doubt that the two guards are very skilled and highly competitive. Both Paige and Caitlin have already made their marks on women's basketball, and they're just getting started. It will be interesting to see who comes out on top, but we do know we're in for a treat. Stay tuned for the star-studded action.